Lesson number one: start small or you don't start at all. I used to try and rebuild my entire life in a week. I would go through periods of life where I would just reach this point of feeling stuck, where I'd be like, all right, I'm unhappy, something needs to change. And instead of being with that emotion or the depression or whatever and just kind of allowing the wisdom to come through, I would just radically try to control it. I'd be like, all right, I haven't been exercising. I need to wake up at 6 a.m. and I need to go for a 30-minute run. And then I need to have breakfast, which is eggs and spinach and tomatoes, some fruit. And then I'm going to go to work. And then I'm going to come home and I'm going to do 2 hours of stretching. And then I'm going to read 30 minutes of this Jordan Peterson book. And then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna enjoy maybe one episode of a TV show that I'm liking, and then I'm gonna set a timer for 90 minutes, and I'm just gonna put on some light, gentle music and some candles, and I'm just gonna stretch for 90 minutes. I'm gonna go to bed and wake up and do it all again. Fucking ridiculous, but that's the reality of how I perceived discipline to be. What I realized through that was that it's not sustainable. I would max out at a week and then I would just feel so much resistance to it. I would feel fucking terrible. Even though all these things I was doing was good, I felt flexible in my body. I felt mobile. I felt a little bit more stable. But the the inner world, the feelings, the intensity of I don't fucking want to do this just kept growing and growing and growing to the point where I would just go into a state of freeze. My nervous system began to see it as unsafe and I would just procrastinate. I wouldn't do it and then I would go into a shame spiral and I would take it as I am broken because I can't get myself to do these simple things. When in reality, I was just aiming too big too quick. Starting small when I began to start small. So following one mindful breath instead of 100, doing 2 minutes of stretching instead of an hour. This is when I started to notice consistency.